Boop. Something very weird about that I noticed. How's my hair? Good morning, everybody. And I know for most of you, it's not morning. I know it's 11:30 in the AM for me, at least. So, yeah. I know a lot of you are already like in the afternoon and everything. Sorry, I decided to sleep in a little bit too much today. But cheers, got the coffee going. Second cup already, so I'm already well caffeinated. Everything working, everything here. Here, okay, Twitch is going. Okay, we're all going. Everything's going. Good. All right, cool. We're here. We're good. That's right. Welcome to the Sunday morning hangover. I, for one, do not have a hangover, at least, thank God. Not like 2 weeks ago when I did a segment like that, and I was definitely hurting that day, big time. Yeah, welcome to, I guess that's what I'm going to call it. I think eventually when the box office comes back, I'll do like a Sunday morning box office like this, to talk about stuff, recap stuff during the week and whatever, and go over the box office. But right now it's a Sunday morning hangover full of bedhead, bad breath, and trying to remember what I did last night. Cheers. Hopefully you guys watched, last night I remembered what I did, obviously. Hopefully you guys watched the Real in Motion podcast or live stream that we did with Garza and Everett's Covert, and I joined that. And yes, I do have a Twitch. It's just type in The Film Junkie, you'll find it. I can't do the link right now. What's up, Fatal J? So you had some live streaming yesterday going on, talking about things of the day. Nikki, what's going on? Long time no see, boys and girls. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, you're one of those that has the let's see, when I see morning like that, I think you're mourning me. You're mourning Dave and stuff. So, anyways, epic 3 hours. Yeah, no. See, there was a lot of fun last night. We covered a lot of things, and I figured, okay, I'm gonna do a Sunday morning one. We'll kind of just recap certain things and everything. Stuff that was said last night, stuff to look forward to in the future, which things are kind of happening. I'm not gonna say anything, but I think, well, when it comes to just people, I guess, coming together with all this is it's looking pretty good. Hey, what's going on? Stallone fan, Dalter. No problem, man. Like I said, I'm gonna get you guys, both of you guys, on a vodka stream. Maybe not this coming Friday, but maybe the following Friday we'll try to work something out so we can get to know the Real Motion guys. And did I say really emotion? Real in Motion guys. We can see why you put up with Garza so much there, Ben. I know, Garza's dog. I know, Garza finally had a nice, decent, internet connection. His video was fine. His mic needs a little work. And then his dog kept barking. It's just it's always something with Garza. Always something with Garza. But no, hopefully things are just, in the past few weeks, when it comes to the Snyder fandom, tell you what, a lot of people just reaching out, a lot of conversations, discussions, possible collaborations, or, just stuff to really look forward to. And the fact that, last year when things were kind of really heated, especially with us, with certain people, now it's all of a sudden, it's kind of flipped. And now everybody's kind of just hey, let's not do this. We totally get what was going on last year. Let's just discuss this. Let's do stuff. Let's move forward in a positive light, which is yes, that's what we need to do. It's really been cool. So there's just, like I said, there just might be some things that are brewing up behind the scenes. The Film Junkie, with all the crazy stuff going on in the world, the Snyder Cut movement is the only way to hold. Yeah, and it's a good way to hold your sanity right now, because wait, Dave, now you agree with me that John Campea, fuck you? What? I agree that John Campea can fuck you or fuck off. What? I don't even know. Wait, which one you're saying? You made it. What's going on? Good morning. Hey, we got a Twitcher right here. What's going on, Serge Mac? So Garza has Frank from Men in Black. Yeah, pretty much. Same pug. With what was that? What was that? Cheech Marin's voice or something like that? I don't know. I think it was Cheech Marin's voice. Do you think the COVID crisis is helping or having a negative effect on Snyder Cut prospects? Well, I mean, part of the things that we talked about last night, and Colbert brought up a good point, is sadly the narrative using COVID, using coronavirus, the pandemic, that's going to be the narrative of the hate boners out there, the hate boneheads out there. They're going to use that as reasons why we got the Snyder Cut because of COVID. It wouldn't have happened unless there was a pandemic. They're gonna lean into that, sadly, and they are, because they don't want to be wrong. They're gonna spin the narrative like that. It's gonna be stupid. We know better. We know better though, and trust me, guys. I mean, I think no matter what, I think with HBO Max and everything, just plenished with content and everything. So. Yeah, buddy. Like I said, I did this a couple weeks ago, where just kind of wake up, sip some coffee, and just like talk to the kiddies for a little bit. Trying to do as much streaming as possible. I was just watching Suicide Squad's extended and saw your notification. Good. You should be watching the extended. Extended has probably my favorite scene of the whole movie, which is the exchange between Harleen and Joker on the street. So, but anyways, yeah, that's what they're gonna do. Those guys, like your Signoirs and your Peter, what is it, so Kelly? I don't know, the slash film guy, and those guys, those betas, they're gonna use that narrative of, ooh, I think something might have came out of my nose when I did that. Pardon me, guys. Like I said, it's morning, still morning. Got the bed head fresh, which is not much different from my normal hair, but yeah, they're going to use that excuse of COVID, of why we're getting the Snyder Cut, but we know better. We know better. And when it comes to the screening, I mean, one thing that Colbert actually, sorry, I'm just trying to like do good with the framing here, one thing that Colbert mentioned was how many of those guys knew about the screening in February. Snyder screened for Warner Brothers back in February. How many of those guys actually knew about it? And he brought up some good points, like have they been sitting on it, and Scoopy Pants just decided to just drop it in a video. Like he didn't drop it in an article or anything. And Signoir probably knew about it too, didn't mention anything. And now when they're now that it's out there, Signoir's mentioning that, yeah, he heard about it too, but he heard that they thought it was a piece of shit. See, now he's like saving face and then leaning back like, oh, they thought it was a shit sandwich. Did I work out today? No, yesterday was my lazy day. I was like not planning to do shit yesterday. So I didn't do anything yesterday. I ate junk food and watched Harley Quinn. I watched, caught up on the Jordan doc, the Last Dance doc, the Chicago Bulls doc, which is very interesting. Caught up on that. And then it was just like, okay, then all of a sudden this news came out about, Scoopy Pants. He dropped his video. So naturally I was like, okay, I got to do a video. And then Garza mentioned that he wanted to do a live stream. So I was like, all right, I'll do that. That'll be I guess I'll have to do some kind of work today. So I will work out probably after this. Get my workout on a fast too, by the way. That's right. I'm just strictly on black coffee right now. Strictly on black coffee. I'll probably do some kind of cardio thing, maybe do some punching and kicking in the air. And burn some of the junk that I ate yesterday. What did I had Wendy's yesterday, of course. Woke up, I had Wendy's. And what else did I have? Shit. Oh yeah, I had Miguel's Juniors. Miguel Juniors. Is that how you say it? I don't know if you guys, I mean, it's not a popular food chain. There's a lot of them around here, but Miguel Juniors, really good burritos. Carne asada is excellent. So I just had a big ass burrito from them, and it was delicious. If we get the announcement this year, when do you think it will be? Well, I mean, like I said, I've reached out to my source. We've been talking. We're still talking about everything, about the announcement and about how things went. And I asked him about the screening. So let's talk about the screening now that I kind of already talked about it, and how Signoir and all those guys, they knew about the screening and didn't mention anything, which is always pretty odd. I think it's because, when they heard that, yeah, maybe like some Warner Brothers thought it was a piece of shit, but they probably overall heard claps and they dug it. And it doesn't matter what Warner Brothers said. Like we were talking about last night, the hierarchy when it comes to Warner Brothers, Warner Media, AT&T. As far as I know, AT&T is on top, then Warner Media, then Warner Brothers. That's why when we hear that Warner Brothers did not like it and they thought it was a piece of shit, guess what? They're under 2 other tiers. That's right. Hey, how about that? Okay, ignore this ignore. Come on. Yeah. Who gives a fuck what Warner Brothers thinks? They've been trying to fucking bury this thing for 2.5 years. We've talked about the ego that they have. The ego that they have, which is, it's not only do they want to not, I mean, there was like the money issue about reinvesting into a movie that's already lost you money, but they also, there's like an ego part of it. It's like, yeah, we gave you a piece of shit Justice movie. There's a better one right here. And we're going to look like fools. We're going to look like fools once people see that and go, oh my God, this is light years better than what the fuck we put out there in the first place. You know? So there's always that ego involved. But now we got AT&T and Warner Media, man. They want stuff. They want as much as they can, especially right now, launching a new service. So the fact that Snyder Cut is so mainstream and everything, and they might have, who knows what everybody thought when they saw the screening. But from what I heard from my source is they definitely they dug it. They dug it, and they said like, yeah, some people probably didn't. Let me go to my little. Let me just. Yeah. So let's see. Just kind of looking here. Yeah, so yeah, things seem to went well. But see, that's the thing is like, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what Warner Brothers thinks. It's all about the HBO Max. It's all about HBO Max right now. I mean, I don't think there's not going to be a theatrical release. There's not. Okay, there's not. But but we're always going to be talking about it going up on HBO Max. But is it going to go up as a whole, or is it going to be a limited series? It's going to be an episodic adventure, episodic, you know. So question is what Sarnoff thinks. Apparently she touched this. Who knows? Like I said, it's really more about AT&T. I mean, the new CEO of AT&T, I'd actually listen to what he has to say more than her. Just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah, exactly. So we're good. Dave, what exactly have you heard about Amber Heard landing a role? Oh, yeah. No, I mean, pretty much is like, I mean, when it comes to that, I mean, pretty much what I heard is, you know, Sujihara, she went for Sujihara. She went for the top, man. That's why I'm like, you know, when people say like, oh yeah, Snyder cast her, he didn't cast her. Nah, she probably blew the right people, and it was probably some of those guys. And who knows if that stuff's going to come out. I mean, I think that's what Warner Brothers is really worried about when it comes to the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard stuff. It's going to come out. There's going to be more shit that's going to come flooding out with more people, and you know they're shitting themselves about it. That's the thing. I mean, that's how gross Hollywood could be, you know. And that's why when people say that she's innocent. She's the innocent victim. Oh my God, look at her, Amber. You're so beautiful. Johnny, he's a monster. It's like, yeah, Johnny's a fucking, you know, Looney Tunes also. We know this. But she is not innocent. She was just trying to fucking, you know, fuck her way to the top. So who knows if all that stuff's going to come out? Who knows? But I mean, it's just sad when everybody thinks that Johnny Depp's the monster. And it's like, yeah, he's all fucked up. But my God, he's not as much of a monster as you might think. I don't, you know, who knows? Like, yeah, we've heard like some of the audio stuff and everything, but I mean, it's just nuts. It's completely nuts. Who knows what's going to come from it? But the thing is, they want to like bury it. I think they want to bury it as much as possible because there's just so much other stuff. You know, they're going to probably have to bring in Elon Musk because remember, she dated Elon Musk for a little bit. And then of course now isn't she now with Andy Muschietti or whatever or something like that? I don't know. Ugh. It's such a shit show, but that's why I'm like, you know, I don't think Snyder really cast her. I don't think it was up to him when it came to that, because I think she just kind of like swooped in there because she's goddamn gorgeous and she's goddamn crazy. And that's a goddamn beautiful mess. That's what it is. Hey, welcome to the. All right, from Russia, Mother Russia. Cool. I'm not drinking vodka today though, so I should do that a little bit. I don't know. Trying to like keep it centered, but anyways. Who knows? Like I said, I don't know like the graphic details, the explicit details or something like that. I just know that there was some involvement that had that with Hurd and the higher ups like Sujihara and possibly a Toby as well too. You know, take it as a grain of salt. I'm just relaying stuff that I've overheard from people that way. Okay. Obviously I can't name names when it comes to all that stuff, but I'm just saying, you know, you just hear little things from people that have connections with other people. That's all. You just hear things. So take it with a grain of salt. I'm not saying confirmed or anything like that. You know, I don't think anybody's gonna do a write up. Watch it blows up. That'd be hilarious. Cosmic book. We got this covered. Yep, she's a deadly combo of crazy. That is a deadly combination, man. I guess on the Vox. Oh yeah, did you like that? Zia Land. She was cool. She was a lot of fun to talk to. We had a really good conversation about all that nerdy stuff, and I thought that's what was great. That's what I'm trying to do is just trying to anybody who's got stuff and they're trying to get out there, put their brand out. I mean, there's many people even within our own community that I'll have on here. But that's what I've been wanting to do with the vodka stream is have more people on, you know, just a laid back environment. Sip whatever you want. Doesn't have to be alcoholic. See, look at that. I mean, she's got a presence on Twitter, on Twitch. So that was cool. I think she actually did a stream just recently too, where she was talking to a bunch of people. So now she's very outgoing, very well spoken, and knows her Star Wars. That's for sure. I think that's what we mainly talked about was the love for Star Wars and Mandalorian and stuff like that. Ooh, from Quebec. Hopefully everything's going all good up there in Kenyatta. No, this is not the vodka stream. This is the Sunday morning hangover. That's why it says that right there. The Sunday morning hangover. And just talking about what happened during the week, recapping stuff, and talking about that Snyder cut. See, that's the thing. Yeah, you got to wonder, like, is this going to affect anything? Is this going to affect anything about her being an Aquaman 2? It could. Who knows? It's a very weird, delicate situation. I mean, I guess it just seems like, but see, right now, everything's COVID-19 pandemic, COVID-19. So they're probably thinking the fucking shit, thanking the Lord for this pandemic, because now you haven't really heard anything about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, right? I mean, it's kind of getting buried. Everything that's coming out right now, any kind of scandalism that's coming out right now in the Hollywood world is being just pushed to the side because of COVID-19. Jesus Christ. Heck, like Cass and Culture Nerd, we're talking on about what Culture Nerd knows remaining footage for to shoot. CN thinks just might include a wedding. I didn't hear about that. I don't know. That's a wedding? That'd be interesting. I'm sure like at some point there was. I just don't know if it's going to be in the first one, but you never know. Maybe that was something that they never filmed. I just haven't heard anything about that. Blows everyone away and a mass demand of people. Yeah, probably not. I know. There's always hoping for that. Trust me, bro. Trust me. That's what it is. I mean, I know he has sources. They all have sources, but you know, it's sadly, it's like now in the new world, the new world order is streaming. Okay, we're in a streaming war, and Warner Brothers itself is not who you need a source at. Now you need a source from AT&T and Warner Media. That's where you need to start getting your source from. So that these guys need to start reaching out to get sources from that, and not just get it from Warner Brothers, who are, of course, I mean, Snyder was like a huge pain in their side. He was a thorn in their side. So of course they're gonna tell him like, oh yeah, that's not happening. It's a piece of shit. Fuck him. Like no, it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. It's really not gonna matter. Okay. Yes, Andy Ignore. Black tea is very good, bro. I'm not a tea person. I like black coffee. I'm drinking black coffee right now, and I don't mind it. It's my second cup already. I just never been a tea person. Yeah, got the COVID in my nose, a little itch. Yeah, so, but it's just, but what I found funny is, and what Colbert brought up last night on the stream was the fact that, yeah, who saw who knew about the screening all this time, and then all of a sudden, yes, meme streamer. Goddamn, so quick. What Snyder cut? Is it real? It is real. It is real. It is out there. It is more real than Bigfoot or Loch Ness monster or UFOs. That's right. It's out there. It's been screened. That's what we're talking about. But is it 10 out of 10? Hopefully. Hey, Dave, did you hear about the Joker being in the nightmare world, teaming up with Batman, especially with Batman having the Joker? Yeah, I heard about that, but I don't know. I don't know the basis of all that. And I know it was Ohio Dave who said that Snyder told him, but I think he didn't say that outright. He was just doing the cryptic stuff. And I mean, I don't think that was in the Snyder cut. Maybe it was going to be in a future nightmare scene. But as far as I know, and I've been saying this, is like Joker is not in the Snyder cut. So maybe that was going to be something for the Justice League Part 2, because I'm sure the nightmare timeline is going to be, prevalent through like the whole 5 arc story. So I did hear about that, but that's not in the Snyder cut as far as I know. It might have been something that was going to be in a future Justice League pot. So, Dave, you watch any anime? Nah, I'm not big on anime. Never really been a big anime person. So, yeah. James Cameron done finishing his sequel to. I know. I wonder what's going to happen with all that. I mean, he's going to want he's going to want those on the big screen, but doesn't the first one not come out till like 2021? I don't even know. Jeez. But what else was I going to mention? So yeah. So as far as I could tell from my source, if you want to hear from what my source has to say, he said that he did get contacted from Snyder right after the screening, and said everything went pretty well for the most part. So, but it's perfectly logical to think that executives at Warner Brothers were like, fuck this movie, it's a piece of shit. It's perfectly, but like I said, the hierarchy, Warner Brothers is right at the bottom. They're right underneath Warner Media and AT&T. It's all about AT&T right now. So it doesn't even matter what they think, they're screening it. And of course, they were looking at it for a streaming service. I mean, even Revenge of the what is it? Revenge of the Film? Mario's? Yeah, Revenge of the Film, right? Even they let me see if I can find it here. Even they tweeted out something yesterday. If I could type. What is it? What is I can't even remember. What the hell is this? I even follow them? I guess I don't. Jesus Christ. All right, where's that tweet that I commented on yesterday? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Here we go. Revenge of the Fans. Sorry, Jesus Christ. Still a little mushy. Brain's still a little mushy, but here we go. Let's go ahead and throw that up right there. Boop. Okay. How's it look? Good? Okay. All right, so they threw out this yesterday. How many? I mean, this is if you guys know who Mario is, he's he's been pretty quiet with stuff. But they threw out this yesterday. It said, if the Snyder Cut of Justice League were to be repackaged as some type of limited series event for HBO Max, would that get you to subscribe to the service? And I mean, the poll ended. Seems like a lot of people, over 2,000 people voted. 69.3 said yes. And I ran a poll like this, I think sometime last year, at the end of last year, where I asked people, would they be okay with it if it was played out in an episodic event or whatever the hell. I don't know exactly how I worded it, but maybe they're starting to hear some shit too. I don't know. It's just it's pretty interesting. A lot of people, when I did my poll, I think a lot more people were like, no, they just want to see the full 214 and everything. So I don't know. I just I know that they made that poll yesterday, and I was like, they starting to hear stuff too. Film Junkie, did you see the post of the guy standing in front of the bus from BVS and said they were filming reshoots? No, I didn't see that. One day, Nerdist will be like, "Will the Snyder Cut save the DCEU?" Probably. And there'll be they'll have a bunch of articles like that. You see Batman on Films post, they hate it. Yeah, exactly. And that's what's so that's what I when I did my video about it yesterday, and I mentioned how Scoopy Pants and the Batman on Film guys we're starting to come around, and we have to just be like, yes, we have to totally be like, good, you know? And yes, they hate it. They absolutely hate it because they're going to be choking on their words. But hey, you know, that's part of the gig. Part of the gig, guys. Sometimes, you know, you're not right. You're going to be wrong. You know, you just got to suck it up. Got to suck it up. And like I said, when it comes to Signor, he'll probably turn once it gets announced and everything. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But for the most part, just ignore all that stuff. Ignore those guys that are pushing back against it. Okay, there's no way that they're going to stop it. Okay, have you seen their arms? They're very flimsy. No, but yeah, just don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. It's like I wouldn't even worry about them saying anything. They could try to do whatever they want. HBO Max and AT&T, you know, they want, if they're going to put it on there, they're going to put it on there. Dave from Switzerland. Nice. What do you think about the Snyder Cut trailer rumors? Oh yeah. Don't listen to that. I remember somebody was hitting me up about that. Somebody on Facebook or something posted that they heard that there's, I guess on HBO Max launch day, there's supposed to be some teaser or some trailer for the Snyder Cut. It's not true. As far as I could tell, it's not true. It's just a bunch of hogwash, as they call it. So don't listen to that. It's interesting because I've always told you guys, like here and there on live shows and on podcasts and stuff, is that he does have a trailer. He does have a trailer for the cut. Cut and everything and ready and I remember there was always like discussions with people that knew about it. And my source is like, how could we leak that out? You know, how do you leak that out? How do you leak out a trailer? I mean, that's totally different than just posting an image from it. You can get away with doing that, but to do a full trailer, and I wonder how it ends. I wonder what I'm willing to guess that the title does just flash up and say Zack Snyder's Justice League. I mean, maybe there's certain people that know that. I mean, I certainly don't. I just know I was told like last year that from my source that he had a trailer cut for it. I'm just wondering if he tweaked it and then at the very end with the title put it as Zack Snyder's Justice League. Who knows? Probably. That'd be sweet. But yeah, I would ignore that. I don't think that that when I saw that, I'm like, nah, it's bullshit. I didn't hear anything about that. So I don't know. We'll see. We already have a trailer of the cut. Yeah, you could say that, which when I've seen that, when I see people like, man, I want a trailer for the Snyder Cut. I'm like, technically you've already had a couple trailers from the Snyder Cut, but I think obviously it wasn't the Snyder Cut then, but, and you know, who knows how much more footage that we'll see, in the trailer. So in the new trailer, obviously, it's not going to be anything that's unfinished, but, you know, I think it would probably be a pretty damn awesome trailer. How likely is it that Zach will add in scenes from the original script of JL? I don't know. I guess it depends on the magnitude of those scenes. Like if it's just the Martian Manhunter scene, that, you know, that's going to be pretty expensive. I mean, that's what you got to think about. And that's what when it comes to negotiations, that's what they all got to consider. That's why, of course, like it makes sense. Like, yes, of course, he screened the movie to them, so then they could see how much of it is unfinished, and then how much did he want to do an additional photography, and then even there were probably even the discussion if they're going to do the limited series, how much of the assembly cut, how much of the assembly are we going to use for it? How much of that footage that we're going to use, and how much of that is unfinished? So there's just so many there's so much logistics of it. That's why it's not going to be instant. And I mean, they just got to get to the point where it's going to get announced for a deal is 100% made. Signatures are put on paper, and then they'll get out there. And then I mean, the damn thing's not going to come out till next year for sure. But I don't know. There's just so much with the logistics of it all. I tell you, it's crazy. It's crazy. Released the Wan cut. Dave, what's your thoughts on the state of the Snyder cut now? Well, it's just pretty much what I've been saying. It's just a waiting game. It's still a waiting game. You know, the fact that there was a screening and that negotiations, of course, were happening, and now these guys that were once pushed back against it, some of them, of course, are still pushing back against it. They didn't mention that they probably knew about this screening. They kept it under wraps, and now all of a sudden, when Scoopy Pants did it, now others are like, oh, well, you know, whatever. Yeah, I knew about it too, but I heard they said it was a piece of shit. Why is Terrio still silent about JL? NDAs. It's just NDAs. You know, I think once the NDAs like run out, which I think they have like a 5-year lifespan or something like that. Is it like 5 years or something? I don't know. I forgot exactly. I think somebody told me it was like 5 years or something like that. So, I mean, it's only been 2 years since it's been released, 2.5. So it's gonna take some time. It's really gonna take some time. So he can't really. I don't know if he can really say anything right now. Would they redesign Steppenwolf and Snyder's original version? Now we kind of talked about that too on last night's live stream, and I don't think they would, because I mean it costs $5 million just to redesign Sonic for that entire movie. Now, granted, who knows if you're looking at the screen time for Sonic and Steppenwolf, they might vary. I don't know. That's interesting to think about. But I mean, I think the Steppenwolf design would be a lot more. There's a lot more moving parts than the Sonic design. And you know, Snyder, he likes everything really crisp and looking good. So in my opinion, I don't think that they would do it. You know, he's already shown images when he's posted images that have Steppenwolf in them. It's the newer design. It's the one that they compromised over. So I think he would do it, but even like it would look better, even though like it would be the new design. I think that it's going to still look better because, you know, sometimes it does not look good in theatrical cut. So I don't think, because just to save money, just to keep the budget as low as possible, I think that they'll just keep it that way. But I could be wrong. You know, I could be wrong. They could just give them enough money to do the redesign, so that way it can be separate from the theatrical release even more than previous. So, but to me, it's just to save a few $1 million, you know, to put it somewhere else, to take that money and put it in other spots. I think he'll just keep the design and not go through that little headache. Have you heard? Have you anything yourself that the rumored screening is legit? Yeah, it's legit. No, it happened. It happened. It's pretty. It's 100%. I mean, and like I said in my video, of course, it made sense, because if there's when I heard that there was negotiations happening, I don't know why I have problems saying that word. I instantly was like, okay, obviously they're going to be having screenings. I know for a fact that he screened in his own personal theater. I know he screened it for crew members. Like, not so much the cast. I know he wanted to do it for cast and crew in his own personal theater, which I guess seats like 18 people. But trying to get the cast together, that's difficult, because, you know, of course, they're all doing different things all around the world. But he did do it for the crew members. They all got to see a screening at his own personal theater. And yeah, it'd be pretty awesome if, you know, he opened it up for fans. I live about, you know, an hour and 12 minutes from his, you know, from his fortress of solitude. So if that happens, hopefully yours truly gets an invite to that. Looking good for a hangover. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a hangover, thank God, you know. So I didn't really, like I said, after the live stream last night, I think I had poured one more, and I put on Dread. I watched Dread last night. Talking about Alex Garland and Dread with those guys. I was like, okay, I'm watching Dread. It's been a while, so I watched Dread, and then after that, I think I put on Boy Meets World. I don't know. I can't really remember. That's when I started failing. But I was playing Uno on my tablet. I don't know if you guys play Uno, but I play Uno a lot on my tablet. It's a lot of fun. That's kind of how I ended up my night, was watching Dread, and then, God, I cannot remember what I put on while I was playing Uno. That's like totally eluding me right now. I think I just put on Boy Meets World reruns because I love that show. And played Uno and then passed out on the couch. Got a little sleepy. I passed out probably about 1 o'clock, maybe a little after 1 o'clock. So love you too. Keep the faith. Yes, this is almost like, a Sunday morning, the Church of Film Junkie right now. Thought about calling this the Church of Film Junkie, but I don't know. I don't know about that. So right now it'll stick with the Sunday morning hangover. Snyder Cut is successful. Will they make a second part? I mean, that's up in the air too. I know some people that think that could be the case. Like if they were to, and we've even talked about that. I've talked about that on other live streams and with other people, is if the Snyderverse, what's up to Jackson 8081 on Twitch? But I've talked about that with other people on other streams, is if we can have a DCEU, the DC cinematic universe, we can have that, and we can have the Arrowverse, and then we can have the Titans universe. We can have all these universes that were actually, obviously, when it came to the Crisis on Infinite Earths on the Arrowverse, we had Ezra Miller show up. We had a glimpse of the Titans universe when they showed that. So we have the multiverse. It's like, well, why can't we have that separate? Why can't we have that separate HBO Max universe, possibly a Snyder universe? But then that might get in the way with what they want to do with Green Lantern, because I know that's supposed to tie in with the Green Lantern Corps movie. So I just don't know. What they want to do with all that. So that it's all very much up in the air right now. It's all about just getting the Snyder Cut out right now. That's about it. That's what we should really think about and ask the question later when it comes to the CW outlast the Warner. Warner Brother. I don't know, the WB. Well, I remember it used to be called the WB or I don't know. The CW stations carry court shows like the People's Court. I'm not sure if they do. Take it easy, Lightcast. I don't buy a comic book film directed by a visual storyteller like Zack Snyder will not be released in theaters. It will be a new film. No, that's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to see theater run. I mean, if it does, it'll see like a week, if anything. But I just don't see it, especially now with COVID and the pandemic. I just really don't see it really gathering any steam in a theatrical run right now. It's all about Max. And then if they want to, and like I said, if they want to do the limited miniseries, then so be it. And a lot of people are like, still might push back on the fact that, I don't want it to be a limited miniseries. It's like, well, what if the man in charge actually wants it to be like that? I'm telling you, I think I'm hoping, and I think that's what, and we mentioned this last night where, when you talk about Fountainhead, I mean, that's when Snyder was going to actually start diving into, doing a series run. I mean, I don't know, when it came to Fountainhead, I don't know if it was going to be all him, like he was going to direct every episode, or he was just going to be the showrunner and producer and one of the writers. I don't know. We were talking about that, we were talking about how Garland, when he made Devs, it was completely 100% him. Every episode was written and directed by Garland. It was essentially, he took a story and just had an 8-hour movie, essentially. And I've always been wanting that for Snyder because we know that he likes to draw things out. He likes to take his time, flesh out the characters, have multiple levels on everything. So it's like, he'd be perfect for the for the streaming medium. So he'd be perfect for that. And I think he was going to really jump into that when it came to Fountainhead. But I mean, Warner Brothers owns Fountainhead. So I wonder if the Snyder Cut's on his good graces, if it gets on their good graces, they allow him to do the Fountainhead series because, it wasn't going to be a movie, and there's no way it could be. You see the thickness of that book. My God, you could probably shoot that book, and it would be like when Lois's book, like Trapped the Bullet, he wouldn't penetrate all those pages. Yeah, $4 billion for content. $4 billion, and I think like some of the people that have a direct line to Snyder said, about maybe he'll need about 1.5% of that or something like that. And then it turned into, now it's not the 40 club, it's the $65 million club. Yeah, apparently that number has gone up. The number has gone up from what we've been told, which was 30 to 40. It was never a legit number, but of course, Yeah. So it's and those guys will turn it once we find out the budget, and the budget, if the budget is more than 40 million or it's up to 65. I remember I even said when there was the first discussion about additional photography and everything, and they were just going to give him what he wanted. I even said, hey, it could get up to 70 million for all we know. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows how much? Like I said, the logistics of it is all there. All the departments have to, like, you know, put in for the budget, and then there's got to be a proposal, and then they got to break everything down and just get to a number where they fucking shake hands and ink hits paper. It's just, yeah, there's just so many factors. It's not just something easy. It's not something that's going to be instant. And I wish some of those guys and some of these, you know, people would realize, you know, we just got to wait it out. We're not out. Definitely my source said, we're not out of the woods yet. Things are looking good. I should go with my feels. Like he said, that's what he said. You should go with your feels. And I said, it feels to me that things are looking good. We're getting over that hump. Getting over the hump. Okay? That's all we got to do. We're getting ahead of the curve. The curve, right? The curve. Snyder Cut series. Like I said, who knows? Who knows? I hope it's 40 million. All those. I know. That would be hilarious if it was like, oh, yeah, we finally got the budget. It's 40.8. And they would still go, you said 40. You said 40. You didn't say the 0.8. Yeah, those, you know, it'll just get spun, but you know, who cares? We're gonna ignore those people. It'll be funny. We'll kind of just do this thing, and then, but like I said, when it comes to the other people, the other big voices in the fandom, you know, some stuff might be brewing up. So with people that need to, the people, more professional people, to have their voices heard. And just kind of, I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's going to be, we'll see what happens. I'm not like going to go into details with everything. I just know that for the remaining push of all this, you know, we just need to have an organized, I don't know. We have an organized plan, I guess. So yeah, keep Ezra, get rid of Amber. Who knows? I tell you what, Dave, I met your video laying everything. Oh yeah, the series, my series. Sorry about that. I know some people were wondering about that. Like I said, that's going to take a little bit of time. Now that I'm kind of not working right now, daytime work, I have a lot more time to work it out. I think this weekend I'm finishing up the detailed outline for all the parts. Because it's going to be like 12 parts. It might be 13 or 14. I don't know. It might grow. It continues to grow. And because I already outlined it, and right now I have 12 videos, 12 parts, just talking about everything from when BVS came out until now. And see, that's the thing. Now we got more stuff. So there's going to be more stuff added to it. So there's going to be a lot. It might change. Right now it's 12. It might get up to 15 parts. Who knows? But now that what happened recently, it's like, okay, now I got to add this to it, add this aspect to it. So yeah. So when it comes to my series, when I'm doing all that, I'm going to finish the outline this weekend, and the detailed outline, maybe run it through some people, see if they want to add some things to it. And then I'm going to start hopefully doing it. Like I said, I'm probably not going back to work. Earliest they said probably it'd be Tuesday or Wednesday. So I'm looking at probably Wednesday. So I'll have plenty of time to like fine tune it, and then get all the separate stuff, screenshots, you know, articles of screenshots, you know, write out every video, and then just start recording. And just like next weekend, hopefully I'll start really getting into that. But I just want to make sure that I cover all bases. Just get it all out there. Get all the information that I've heard over, you know, not be all coy about certain things, and you know, say everything that I said, and reveal things that I haven't revealed before. Who are you talking about? We don't mention that name in the Church of Film Junkie. Well, good thing he's not part of anything that's important, that's going to be moving along here. Just like I said, just ignore those people. Ignore a narcissist, and they just go away, man. Dave, does Viacom CBS own South Park, Top Gun, Beavis and Butthead, CSI, Star Trek, and Judge Judy? I have no fucking clue. I don't know. But isn't South Park going to HBO Max? But I think Viacom CBS. I don't know if they own South Park. It's interesting. I'm sure they own CSI and Star Trek and Judge Judy because those are on CBS, but I don't know about the other. I think Viacom in general maybe owns the rest of that, but I don't know about Viacom CBS. Blake Lively, she'd be a great Mira. Oof, and that fucking skin tight leotard. Oof, that's not a bad choice. Newsom proposed cuts to CA film production tax credit program. He recommended a limit the amount of studios can write off to only $5 million versus $25 million. They would have normally been able to. Wow, yeah, it's definitely going to have an impact. Prepare for less productions in the state. Yeah, and that's the direction it was moving anyways. That's why when you always hear about, oh yeah, they filmed in Texas or New Mexico. I mean, Breaking Bad, one of one of the biggest all-time series that were ever out there. Breaking Bad was supposed to film in Riverside, California, which is the next town over. That's the next city over from me, Riverside, California. But it was so expensive to film there that they decided to film in fucking New Mexico, in Albuquerque, which was like half the cost or a third. I don't know what it was. And there you go. I mean, that's what happens. That's why all these productions are California is so poorly ran. I don't even know. I don't even understand it. I mean, people are jumping ship like crazy. I want to jump ship. I sadly signed a fucking another year lease for my apartment, but I want to get the hell out of here. I've been wanting to move to Nevada, which I've told you guys many times. Try to get the fuck out. I'm going to move to Nevada and work for Thunder from Down Under, guys. That's right. That's why I've been working out. Working on my Aussie accent. That's not a knife. This is a knife. That's right, guys. It's my dream. Or Chippendales. I don't know. Which one? Which one should I go for? Well, Chippendales, I don't have to do the accent. Come to Florida. Yeah. Well, I know two people that, Justin, Mr. Midside, he moved to Florida, and Seek, he's been on the Vodka stream. He moved to Florida as well. So I know I need to get the fuck out of Cali. I really want to. My dad is constantly, Riverside, Inland Empire. That's where they wanted to shoot it. That's where they wanted to shoot Breaking Bad. Yeah. Newsom sucks. I mean, he's handled some things well now, but I mean, my God, man, he's just, but before the pandemic, this state was so poorly ran with the homeless population and everything. It's just been really shitty, man. I don't want to move to Florida though. I want to move to Nevada. I really do. I want to move to Nevada. That's where I've been really wanting to move. So I'm asking for $550. It's not a bad choice. It's not bad for rent. Yeah, my accent sucks. I know. I have to work on it. I saw the first season and I need to watch the rest of it. Oh, that's right. You live in a Riverside, Corona area, yeah. Yeah, pretty close. I live in a Moval. So, do you think any of the actors are going to be hard to bring back for additional scenes? I think Harry Lennox has already said that he would do it. Yeah, I mean, I would think that some of the bigger actors, it would definitely be difficult, but it could be quick shoots. That's why, I mean, there's so many logistics when it comes to this stuff. It's really crazy to think about, like how much time is it going to take? That's also part of it. I'm sure Adams wouldn't mind coming back. Ben Affleck, I've always said would. I think he definitely would, and he doesn't have to like start getting in like ridiculous shape. I mean, again, when it comes to being in shape, those guys work out and get into that incredible shape for their shirtless scene, for their workout montage. Okay, when you see Hugh Jackman in Days of Future Past without his shirt on, that's the most ripped he'll ever look in the whole shoot. Same thing when Ben Affleck did his workout montage. That's the most ripped he will look. They don't need to look like that through the whole time. They only do that for the shirtless scenes. Other than that, as long as you got the base, the shoulders, all this, the arms to hold up that suit, because then you're good. You're golden, So, and Ben Affleck looks like in great shape where he could still put on that bat costume and look great. So it's okay. BOP was okay. However, there were a lot of problems. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I agree. I mean, I still can enjoy it, but yeah, there's a lot of things. There's just a lot of things with that. So what if Affleck get to the gym because he's already gotten to the gym. That's the thing. He's already okay. He's already good. You look at recent images with him. I mean, he's got to keep up with that young fucking starlet that he's in love with now, Miss Ana de Armas. Armas. You know, he's got to keep up with her, man. Got to keep up with that young lady that he's with now. I'm sure he's getting his cardio in. That's for sure. Exactly. They shot Chris Evans' helicopter bicep scene because that's when he was at his big. Yeah, exactly. See, I mean, that's the way it works with all this. I mean, and it totally makes sense because, yeah, it would be impossible to keep like a ridiculous, like, you know, for Hugh Jackman for the entire shoot for to be like in that incredibly ripped that he's ever been, because to look like that, he even said it himself, that you have to be dehydrated, and you can't just be dehydrated for an entire shoot. Now you got to be dehydrated for one scene just to get that, you know, just to show every nook and cranny of your fucking muscles. And he looked great, but he didn't need to look like that through the whole thing. When he's wearing like a leather jacket and stuff, he don't need to be like that. But he's maintaining, of course, his size. That's about it. But yeah, Chris Evans as Green Lantern would work. Could be good. Yeah, Ben is in great shape right now. You almost missed it, but you made it. Good. What would happen with 214? Do you think if Zack Snyder's Justice League turned into a series, Snyder would use? Oh yeah. That 214 is going to go out the window. If they do the limited series, yeah, it's going to be increased big time. You know, it's not going to stay 214. It's 214. You know, he just marketed. He was smart to use 214 as an idea. Like when he circled it on our posters over a year ago. I mean, that's where it started. And 214 became its own thing, became its own marketing thing. So I feel like I have boogies in my nose. So that was actually an idea. And yeah, it is 214 right now. But as soon as he gets more additional photography and any more of the assembly cut, guess what? It's going to be a lot bigger. So anybody who just thinks it's going to be just still 214, well, no, that's not happening. That's not happening. It's going to be bigger. Talking about working out, what do you think about Pattinson's problem bulking up and his So you're still on that? No, he has problems working out. So who said that? Grace said that? I don't think he had problems working out. I mean, if you saw what his body looked like in The Lighthouse, he was already in pretty damn good shape. I imagine when he started getting more Batman shape, he probably gained a couple of pounds, some lbs and muscle. But if you looked at him in a Lighthouse, he was already in really good shape. Even like a photo shoot that he took, he was in shape. He was totally toned, everything. The guy's trolling when it comes to like he's not working out. There's articles out there where he says that he, you know, that say that he's like the biggest troll of celebrities. He's trolling everybody. And the problem bulking up, that's just ridiculous. I'm sorry. I mean, when you have the best nutritionists and the best trainers at your disposal, yeah, you could do it. Okay. Like some of these guys, I mean, they won't admit it, but I think it's been out there that sometimes when these guys gain like 20 pounds of muscle, yeah, they're using like some kind of form of steroid, not like that, not the illegal shit, but they're using some kind of growth hormone to get there. Okay. It's very widely known in the business that they can get, if they're going to get you 20 pounds of muscle, they're going to get you 20 pounds of muscle. I don't think Reeves wants his Batman to be a beast, and he doesn't need to be a beast, you know? So yeah, so don't worry about that. We don't need to talk about the fucking Pattinson sparkly pants. We don't need to be, Owen Wilson is Booster Gold. You know what? I'd actually want John Krasinski as Booster Gold. To be honest, I think John Krasinski would be an awesome Booster Gold. I always thought he would be a good one, but a lot of people want him for Reed Richards, which that could happen. You missed so much stuff, man. And, you know, this stream is just going to disappear and never be seen again. Now we're good. Fattinson. I don't think that guy can get fat. He's always been very skinny. You want them to do a Kyle Rayner Green Lantern, set up Blackest Night? Well, they might. I mean, they got the series. They got the series and they got the movie to go with it. And I hear it's going to be, from what I heard, it's going to be pretty nuts. The series is going to tie in with the movie, with this big, huge intergalactic fight, which is going to be cool. The series is going to lead up into like this huge intergalactic fight. Like season one's going to end like leading up to this big, huge war that happens, and then it's going to end with that, and then the movie is going to start off with that intergalactic fight from somebody else's angle, and then you're going to see the outcome from their perspective. And it sounds pretty awesome, and I hope it is, for fuck's sake. What? Well, Dune is delayed because of Tenet. Yeah, I know. That's going to make me sad. Chris Pratt. Yeah, he'd be a good Booster Gold too. He's got that, but give somebody else a try. I don't like it. I don't want. I want different actors to be able to do like these big superhero roles. You know, I don't want actors that already have done it to do it again. We've already had that a few times, and it's just like let's spread the love. You know, spread the love. DC could have the first Latino superhero with Kyle Rayner. Is Rayner Latino? Well, they have Jessica Cruz as a Green Lantern that they're definitely going to use. She apparently is going to be the star of the Green Lantern series, so they'll get some brownie points like that. And I'm like, being a half Mexican, being a half baked bean myself, I'm like, yeah, where's the love for the fucking brown? Come on. Where's that love? It's always black and white, you know? Where's the Latin spice? Come on. Start doing some more of that. But I think they'll do that. They're definitely going to do that with Jessica Cruz in the Green Lantern series. I know. There should be some half-breeds like me. Oh shit. What did I just do? Hopefully I didn't just block all you guys. Man. Oh, is he? Oh, he's Irish and Mexican. Interesting. I did not know. I just thought he was like, I'm like, didn't he have red hair? I just thought he was like a ginger. I didn't know that. Yeah. And you got El Diablo. He's already been represented, of course. People thought it was racist because he was like the stereotypical like gangster guy. And it's like, shut up. First Latino superhero we already have. Yes. The Drunk Knight. Yes, exactly. You guys saw it. I did not know that. I did not know Rayner was he was a half-baked bean like me. That's pretty cool. Yeah, then you got Blue Beetle. Yeah. You got Jaime. So, yeah, I mean, there's potential out there to get some of that spiciness in the CBM world. But I think Jessica Cruz, probably be the first leading Latina when it comes to the Green Lantern series. Yes, don't forget about Nacho Libre, even though Jack Black was not. They would give him so much shit nowadays. There'd be so much whitewash backlash if Nacho Libre was released. That's why there'll never be a series, which sucks. I love Nacho Libre. Fucking quote that movie for days, but that probably won't happen ever again because, yeah, I don't know. They'll probably get pissed off that Jack Black's playing it's such a good movie. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. I am singing at the parties. I am singing at the parties. Everyone is dancing happy parties. But Ramses is not dancing. He does not dance at the parties. Ramses number one. He knows the secrets of desire. See, you guys got me on this whole Nacho Libre thing. Yes. You lie, there's no ego powers. Get that gun out of my face. Do you watch superhero movie? Did you watch superhero? Oh yeah, the parody that was mainly a parody on Spider-Man movies. Yeah, that movie was hilarious. I haven't watched it in like fucking forever, but that movie was pretty hilarious. But there needs to be more. Like it was actually a pretty decent. Wasn't that the Zucker guys that did superhero movie? I think so. I don't know. Okay, you don't follow my logic. If Zack Snyder's Justice League is 2021, COVID will be ancient history. No, it won't. Ancient history. You really think like by next year, COVID is going to just be ancient history? I don't follow your logic. The time to strike when the iron is hot was streaming during lockdown. They missed it. Theaters for sure by, I don't even know what you're saying, dude. COVID is not going to be ancient history next year. They've talked about how it's going to come back. They're talking about how there's going to be a coronavirus season. So, yeah. So I don't know what your logic about all that is. Things are not going to be the same. They're talking about how they're probably not going to have concerts and sporting events till like the end of next year. So, yeah, I don't know. You don't follow my logic. I'm not following yours, man. So it's very. Oh, Mystery Men. Mystery Men's pretty fucking funny. Ooh, Ana de Armas is Jessica Cruz. Yeah, that wouldn't be. I would not hate that at all. Not hate that at all. But I don't know. I don't think they'll go with her. She might be too. She's like popping off pretty big right now. I don't know if they put her on a series on HBO Max. So what do you think is going with the Flashpoint movie? Will we get a new? I don't know. I just don't know if is it actually going to be Flashpoint. It's going to be very interesting to see with all that. Speaking of Latino, Blue Beetle, yes, Jaime. It'll probably happen. I don't know. It's the end of times, guys. It's the end of times. Kind of concerned by Dave's reading skills for post over one sentence. What? I don't know. I'm trying to read stuff, and sometimes, I don't know. Maybe I am reading stuff wrong. Yep, I saw the new one, the new episode yesterday, and it was hilarious because Bane is hilarious. Anytime they have like an episode that has a lot of Bane in it, I love it. I fucking love it because he's so ridiculous. The way that he keeps talking and then gets all sad. And then it was Bane's prison, which is essentially the hole in the ground, like in Dark Knight Rises. And it was really awesome. It was great. It's just a super funny episode. And then, of course, yeah, Ivy and Harley kissed at the end, which, of course, we all kind of saw coming. Okay, no way, Dave. The country is opening back up. Okay, yeah, I'm in California. It's not happening here. That's all I'm saying. Doctors everywhere are explaining how terribly poor we've dealt with everything. That's not true either. We've actually done pretty good in California. Theaters will come back. Sports will. Okay, it's going to be a slow process, though, buddy. Okay, that's why everything is still going to get pushed. So I don't know. I still don't know exactly what you were meaning by that. 2021 strike while the iron's hot. I don't know what you're saying, but the fact that you said that COVID is going to be ancient history by next year that's big time wrong, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They shit on Bane. Yeah, no, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Isn't Bane Latino? Yeah, he is. He's supposed to be in the books. So I don't know. Anyways, guys, all right, let's end this. It's already been an hour. I appreciate you guys clicking in. A lot of fun. Like I said, when it comes to the news that happened yesterday, it's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. Ignore all the stupidity of some of the guys that are going to be pushing back. Of course they are. They're going to be drinking that haterade big time. The question is that you can actually ask them. It's like, okay, if you knew about this screening, why didn't you say anything until now? You're trying to talk about the Snyder cut. Why didn't you talk about the screening that happened right now? Why'd you keep that under wraps? Are you trying to save face now, or are you just making up bullshit? I don't know. All I know is we got to keep our heads held up high. I know there's going to be an event that's going to be happening on the 27th, which is the HBO Max launch. I'll probably talk about that during Film Junkie Live this week, and maybe other things we'll start talking about. And on the Vodka stream, I'll have some people on, and we'll talk about that event too, because I think that's something that Snyder really wants people to push for on the 27th of this year. So we'll talk about it more during the week. And like I said, you still got to keep your heads up high, man. We're not out of the fight yet. Still very much, you got to get over that hump. But like I said, I would go with your feels. That's what I was told. I would go with your feels. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling caffeinated. I'm going to go run like around my apartment complex. All right, guys, have a good Sunday. And hey, let's say you guys want to do like a live watch tonight? I think we can do a live watch tonight. I didn't do one last night because obviously I did the stream, but the Real Motion stream, but I think I'm going to do a live watch tonight because I ain't working tomorrow. So I got the night. It won't be too late. Maybe I'll do it around 7:00. I don't know. I'm thinking about watching the 89 Batman. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking about. So if you guys want to do that, join me tonight. I just want to say your videos and point of view keep me going through all this craziness. Huge fan. Well, I appreciate it, Lewis. I appreciate it, guys. So yeah, I think we'll do a live watch tonight. That'd be cool. I think that'd be cool. Why not? I don't know. I think I want to do the first 89 Batman, and then we'll work up. That'd be pretty sweet. Keaton passed this guy. Anyways, guys, yeah. So follow me on all the Twitter and everything, the Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything. Like I said, you could hit me up in DMs. I try to answer as much as possible. Sometimes I don't, and I apologize. But yeah, so look forward to that. I think I will do a live watch tonight. And I think we should watch some Batman-ness. Why not? Or maybe I'll change it up. We'll see what happens. But I appreciate you guys clicking in. I'll talk to you later.